Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host, Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, welcome back. We are going to be playing some Euro Truck Simulator 2 again today. We are playing on the Grand Utopia 1-to-1 scale fantasy island map. Working our way from the ground up, trying to get our own truck. I actually think I've lost money the last run from police tickets. Yeah, we were talking about my stupid tickets at the end of that, but we'll pick up after we find a load and stuff. So everything in black I haven't seen, everything in white I have seen. I mainly am trying to see the map, so I really don't care that much about the money and stuff like that. I want to see the map first, and then we'll buy our truck and all that fun shit. So, and it's easier just to poof all over the place when you're doing quick loads. So I usually just kind of click in the general area of something and try to find loads that land all over the black roads. A lot of times I have figured out now that you can redirect so that it'll actually go onto those roads. So right now I'm just kind of trying to find something generally in the area-ish of some of those areas that I haven't been, which is getting harder, it seems. My mustache is fucking with my nose. Okay, that one kind of looked. Nope, that whole road we already did once, I see. So we got that, and I could probably redirect myself over onto this. This is a 20-minute run. Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna kick ourselves off of the highway, and we're gonna force the load to take us down that side street. Okay, so let's start the truck up. Holy fucking windows! What is this thing? It's a Renault? Oh, that's a cool trailer too. Dude, that is one ugly fucking truck. But holy cow, those windows are massive. Alright. Like, I almost don't even have to move my seat forward at all, even though I'm way too far back. Whoa. And I went back anyways for some stupid reason. Okay. Lower the wheels so it's not blocking anything. And then adjust these mirrors so you can just barely see the truck. You're in the truck. If you lose it and don't know where it's at, you got bigger problems than where your mirror's aimed. Alright. Same thing. What the heck? There's a weird optical illusion. It like it's cutting the truck funny. Whatever. Scroll all the way over on that one. Front one's perfect. GPS is looking like the exit's over there. So I gotta move forward a little more. I'm too far away from the wheel on this one. Okay. So we're gonna take a look at this map and we're gonna redirect our load to take us down the roads we have not traveled. We're not gonna jump on the highway. Instead, we are gonna try to stay on the side roads and cut through Maltier over here. Even here, not jumping on the highway, we're staying on side streets. So, changed it from a 20-minute run to a 33-minute run. Does that suck? A little bit, but you know what? Getting to see more shit, so I don't care. All right, so let's get back on the road and then back to my street racing stories. Yeah, so I got an obstruction of highway ticket for street racing. I was at Doty Road, which anybody who's been in street racing in the Chicagoland area knows where Doty Road is. I will not tell you where it's at. Because it is still in use to this day. Funny enough, they actually paved it and made it smoother, but that's neither here nor there. So, the way the road is shaped like an L. Back in some industrial area, It's all swamp all around it. There's no houses, no buildings, no nothing. There's not even traffic. No traffic comes through there that doesn't belong there. So the only traffic going through there is the semis for these warehouses that are closed on the weekends. So there's no traffic. There's not even semis on the weekends because the warehouses are closed. So honestly, it's the like absolute safest way you can go street racing, in a sense. I'll explain that part too. It's in a very rough neck of the woods, to the point where going to and from Doty Road after dark, do not stop for any red lights, any stop signs. I don't give a shit. You don't do it. You blow every goddamn red light. They're just, the cops don't even stop, let's put it that way. It's just one of those things where if you're in that area, you know you don't stop. But yeah, so because this road's shaped the way it is, there's a set of train tracks that goes kind of diagonally and it cuts through, making this road into a V. And every now and then, the police do get smart, and when they want to generate a shitload of revenue, you're gonna see a trend with that. They pull the train across the train tracks and block both ends, trapping everybody who's racing. There's really no way around it. Of course, I just had to stop on a road, around a hill. Come on. Alright, good. I got it rolling again. So once they do that, they've pretty well got you fucked. I mean, what were you doing back there? There's no other reason to be back there, especially if you're not in a semi. So they gave me the ticket. Trying to get rid of these fake mirrors that I somehow spawned. Green light. So because of it being the safer option and my parents being okay with me racing as long as I was doing it safely, which again, that really wasn't safe, but they'd rather me there than on the actual streets. So it's not too far from a casino in Indiana. So my mother claimed that we were driving, seen some nice, shiny, fancy cars, and just kind of followed them and hang out with them as we were driving. It didn't take us out of the way, so we followed it. And then the cops blocked off both ends and we got tickets. But they gave everybody obstruction of highway tickets because they can't really prove who was racing and who wasn't. They can't prove who was spectating and who wasn't. So they have to give something that's going to stick to everybody. Ooh! Whoa, bus! Bro, Chacho! If you can't get out of any difficult situation, you may use the towing service. Bruh. Like, motherfucker just karate chopped my ass. Yeah. I'm just gonna plop myself back on the road because that was retarded on a whole nother level. Alright, so control 9? No. Thought that was it. Oh, no, it's control F9. So go back to 0. Move over here. Can't move too fast, otherwise I'll get lost. Control F9. 1, Okay, we're back in the truck at least. Gotta get moving again. Jesus, that was so ridiculous. Got karate chopped by a bus. Okay. Wonder how much damage it did. 3, 5, and 1. So 3% to the truck, 5 to the trailer, and 1% to the load. So definitely gonna be paying for that one either way. Just sucks because it wasn't even something I did. I mean, yeah, I was in a little tight, but if you watch these buses go around corners, they don't pivot right, so their front end crosses into oncoming traffic, so like constantly dealing with the buses hitting shit. They should just remove the buses, to be honest, or fix their pivot point. It's back to where I was before I freaking got karate chopped. But yeah, so I grew up street racing over there, and I've gotten more than one ticket for being over there and shit, license plate and all that kind of junk. And I actually stopped going there because it started getting insanely dangerous. A lot of the gang violence and shit was overflowing from the neighborhoods into the street racing, because the street racing was getting so big that there'd be a lot of gambling and shit like that, so it was attracting wrong people. And I think it's one thing when it's like grudge races and stuff like that, but when it starts turning into like literally just a gambling hotspot to where people who aren't even involved in the grudge racing are starting, yeah, it turned into a bunch of people drinking and gambling and just straight up constant violence. And, like the one night we were there was a guy in a Lancer Evolution, lost the race and didn't want to pay up. They rolled his car into the ditch and just drug him out and beat the shit out of him. I luckily was not there for that night. I don't know what I'd do, because honestly I don't like that high mentality, jumping people. But I know that I wouldn't have stood a chance either. So it's there's another one where a kid went up to a girl and asked her if he could bum a cigarette off of her, and her boyfriend got jealous and shot the kid like 7 or 8 times in the face, and the kid survived all the way back to the hospital and died at the hospital. That one was pretty. That was like the last time I went. Like I stopped after that because I was like, it's just getting too fucking ridiculous up here. It's no longer the safe way of doing things. And then it's probably like a month after that one, I got a call at like 1 in the morning. Might even been later than that. I got a call from a buddy and he's like, hey, have you seen Dale? And I'm like, what do you mean? Dale's probably out racing. What do you want? And they're like, his truck is up at Doty, smashed to fuck in the ditch, and he's nowhere to be found. Dude, I've never driven so fast in my life. Definitely set a lot of records that night. Got up there, and when I pulled up, there was someone digging through his truck. And I grabbed a bat out of my car and pulled up and walking up and getting ready to swing on him. And he turns around and Dale. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what happened, man? And he said he was up there in his truck, just hanging out, drinking like everyone else did, shooting the shit. And he said he was laughing about one of the races. I guess someone lost really bad or something, and he was just kind of laughing about it, talking to his buddy. And I guess the carload next to him on the sidelines watching must have been buddies with the dude or something. And he said that they came over yelling at him and shit, and like just screaming in his face, and told him to get in his truck and leave, or they're gonna beat the shit out of him. And my buddy Dale's he's a non-confrontational type of person. I honestly don't know that I've ever seen him fight either. He's probably one of the nicest people you ever meet, like seriously. And he said he got in his car to leave. He was like, yeah, sure, he got in his car. And as soon as he got in his car, someone hit him through the window with one of them clubs for locking the steering wheels, the anti-theft devices or whatever. And he said when that happened, he just floored it. He really didn't. He was no longer really processing, correctly. He just panicked, floored it. He said he took off down the straight. He's towards the finish line watching. So when he took off towards the starting line, where everyone's at. Bad idea, dude. Never, ever, ever go shit towards the finish line if you're trapped at a street race. That's where everybody's at. You're gonna get stuck. Always go towards the finish line where nobody's at, and you're gonna be able to leave. But yeah, he said he ran, and when he got towards the finish line, another car had pulled out or something, and he slammed on the brakes to not hit him. As I'm sliding in the rain, I'm still on the brake sliding, and he said that when he stopped, started to slow down by the finish line, that car pulled out in front of him, so he slowed down, and the other people were behind him, flying, and just rear-ended him, and pushed him into the other car, and it actually bent his entire truck in half to the point where the frame was touching the ground. He had a little clapped out, like 80s Datsun pickup. So, I mean, it's not like they folded an F350 or something. They folded a tiny truck. But still. And he said that after they did that, they rammed his truck into the ditch. And they drug him out and just beat him until he was unconscious. And then one of our other buddies was there on a crotch rocket. And said he just kind of rode up, leaned over and grabbed our buddy Dale, threw him over the tank, took off. That's all he could do. Just because his buddy was laughing at him. Like, doesn't take much. Asked for a cigarette from the wrong person. And I mean, that doesn't even bring in street racing. Seriously, that's just wrong place at the wrong time. This is a cool ass city. Getting a little laggy though from this city. I don't know if it's the rain. Hopefully it's not too laggy for you guys. It's not super laggy, but it's almost as skippy as like my triples were. It looks like my frame generation software is still working, so. But yeah, so that's my fun story about Doty Road, and almost losing a friend there. 17 minutes of driving left. Holy shit. So my story only took 10 minutes. Just gonna listen to the dogs, trying to make sure they're not getting into shit. I can't stop. My foot was on the brake that entire time. This rain, they definitely made it a lot slipperier in the rain, dude. Actually, no. Now I'm thinking about it, this profile's not on 1.51. Everyone was talking about how they made it slippery in 1.51, but it was still slippery in 1.50. That was really weird. I don't know. I was looking at the road and I seen the reflection of the lightning bolt, but I don't know if it was behind the buildings and just glitched the reflection through, or if it was above the buildings and reflected on the ground. So I wasn't looking up, I was looking down at the road. I just seen it again. There was twice. There's two little lightning flashes in the road, and I didn't see it up above at all. It's weird. red light real good. But luckily a cop didn't see it. And I just heard her start up my Xbox. I guess it's gonna stay on for now because I'm not leaning over to shut it off. With the cookie cutter houses. It kind of feels like when you get up into like Northfield and like Aurora areas of Illinois, where a lot of the people, the more wealthy people live. And everything just looks all like wannabe California, and then you realize you're still in Chicago, so you got like Illinois landscape of just trees and fields and crap, and then cookie cutter wannabe California houses. Actually say those would probably be more like Aurora houses than Northfield. Northfield, that's where like the Bears players live and stuff like that. So you're talking mansion, not little house. While Aurora definitely has some mansions, they not like Northfield, that's for sure. Says I got 2 minutes left, so I must be getting close, but I don't see drop off yet. Probably behind that 50 on the GPS. Usually there's like a ring coming up. Oh, okay, I can barely see it now. We're starting to get close to dusk, so I think the next load, maybe the load after, we'll sleep and force it to roll over for us in the next day. Just trying to see where that sun's at. It seems pretty high for the shadow to only be here. Looks like drop-off's behind the building. Okay, so we're gonna pull up to the dock. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. As long as I don't have a turning trailer. We all know what that does to me. Nope. I was hoping it would turn faster. I might still be able to do it. Dude, this window's fucking awesome. This truck's uglier than sin, but I might actually just use it for that window. The inside's huge. Wait, that's a third seat. Does that turn into a sleeper? Can't look behind this chair that way. Alright, back to parking. So I need to turn the wheel this way. Apparently I stalled it a while ago and never heard it. Or it just happened to still be kind of rolling. We have a green. Alright, I am definitely a little crooked. Could straighten it out. But you know what? I'm gonna play the same way that they would have when I worked there, and that would be just to try to straighten it out and ram it into the dock so that at least the dock plate went up. And that's the way they would leave it. They would just leave it crooked and say fuck it. As long as that dock plate goes in and you can pull in and out, they don't give a shit. Alright, so how bad did I get from getting knocked over and... There's a kitty here? Hi, kitty. I didn't even feel you. Yawn. It was a big yawn. So they took 17 euros. I got some tickets too, so I don't even know. 968 euros. I started with like 48. I thought I got tickets, didn't I? But that looks like I made... I don't know. Okay. Yeah, because that's still only like a 5,000 euro difference. Whatever. All right. We have 49,817 euros working our way up. It is still Wednesday. So till next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.